Hello there. I have been a little distracted or something the past few days. I wanted to have something nice for y'all by now, but I don't know, it feels like I've been stuck in waiting mode or something. I had all this time off, and I guess I didn't adjust very well between being busy and all free, because executive dysfunction has been kicking my tail. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to play a comfort game and ramble, and we'll just see how that goes. So I'll be playing Spirit Island, which is typically it's a co-op game, but it's also playable solo. I don't have video set up for this, but sometime I might figure out something like that. Something to help, gosh, I don't even know what words I'm saying. Something to let you'll watch, and I can explain this game to you, because I do love it quite a bit. But again, executive dysfunction, I don't know how to put that together right now, and I just want to let y'all know what's up. So, I'm going to, let's see. Let's not set the difficulty too high, because then I will be all distracted and such. But this game describes itself as the Settler Destruction co-op strategy game, and I enjoy it quite a bit. The character that I'm playing as today is a spirit called Breath of Darkness Down Your Spine, which sounds a bit scary, and I suppose it is. One of the strengths of this character is scaring the colonists off of the island, which is sort of the win condition, regardless of who you're playing as. But I don't know, maybe you've been able to pick this up from the things I've done so far, but I am sort of the type to dabble in things that look scary. If I were a Pokemon, I would be a dark type, but I would be a very soft and cuddly one. And this character sort of captures that for me, because among other things, what they do is steal invaders away into essentially the coil dimension. And I have a lot of fun doing that. So let's see, put 2 presence and your Incarna on your starting board. 1 presence and the Incarna in the lowest numbered jungle, and 1 presence in the highest numbered jungle. Alright. Here we go. So to give you some updates and understanding of where we are before I get too distracted here. I am, yeah, I have a few things regarding the channel that I want y'all to know. One is that we have a functioning Discord server, which I will probably be adding more functionalities to as I figure out how to do so. And the other is regarding ads. I've gotten ads watching my videos just to like check. And I believe I've done everything that I can to prevent them. Although I think once the channel is bigger, there's more that I can do to prevent them by just turning monetization off entirely, because that gets put in my control, which I quite like things being in my control. Let's see. So the invaders have chosen the mountains to appear into, and they are oh, okay. Habsburg mining expedition. So the invaders are a little more aggressive about ravaging the land and stripping it bare of resources and things like that. Basically, the concept of this game, in terms of the theming, the story, whatever you want to call it, is kind of the opposite of Catan, Settlers of Catan. As in, you are not trying to settle an island, you are trying to protect it from the settlers who, if left unchecked, will, strip mine, fish to extinction, all kinds of nasty things, clear-cut forests, and of course, kill off indigenous people of the island, which in this game are called the Dahan. So, that is one of the things that I quite enjoy about this game, is the theming, the way that it is about protection and that sort of thing. And how exactly each character goes about that kind of protection is very different. Because another thing that I like about this game is how different all the characters are. Another cooperative board game that I like quite a bit is called Pandemic. And I've played perhaps 100 or so games of it. However, the characters in that game are defined by like generally one action they can do particularly well. Like the medic can clear out all the sickness with one move in a city, instead of having to treat the sick people over and over. They're just especially good at that. And the dispatcher, one of my favorite characters, can move other characters around instead of moving himself, and things like that. There are some very interesting characters with multiple abilities, such as the troubleshooter, who has one ability for getting around and one ability for knowing where problems will soon be arising. But that comes nowhere near the level of uniqueness for each character in this game. Spirit Island. Oh, don't worry. You can cuddle up with my tail or let me wind it around you while I just tell you all about it. I don't mind if you fall asleep. I'll have something to squeeze regardless. So, in this game, you might have a character might have an ability to that effect of you do something particularly well. For example, when you defend a land against the ravages of the invaders, you can also pull in Dahan, the indigenous people, to help you fend off the colonists. Or when you have a lot of presence in one land, the invaders are unable to place buildings there. Things like that. In Pandemic, that would be your entire ability. In this game, it is one corner of the board that you use to keep track of your character. Your character comes with different options for how they can grow across the island, different options for how they can develop their powers, all kinds of different things, different elements that they are naturally attuned to. It feels very different playing the game with a different character rather than a small thing to adjust around. It is your entire means of interfacing with this world, which also creates a nice aspect of the co-op, which is each person has their own character to take care of, and everyone comes together to protect the island, but everyone has their own things as well, which solves an issue that some people experience in games like Pandemic, where the identities of each characters and which player they belong to sometimes fade out of importance, because the thing that matters is that the cure is found by someone, or a lot of times the turns are sort of planned by the whole team together. Like, each person's turn is planned by the whole team together, and it just feels like the characters are sort of part of a hive mind. They sort of lose a bit of their individuality in that sense. Whereas in this game, each character is doing their own thing, and while able to support each other, they don't do too much to dictate what the others must do in order for the team to be able to come together. Another difference is that the characters in this game take their turns all together. It makes the co-op feel very flowy. So essentially, the characters act, and then the board acts. The invaders come in, they build, they ravage. But you all act synchronously against them. So, for now, I'm just playing a solo game with a small island because I want a comfort activity while I record this. But I did want to explain those things that I do so love about the co-op in this. So, let's see, the invaders in this game are Habsburg mining expedition. So, There are difficulty settings for this game that mostly involve, like, essentially who is invading you. Like, England is really good at placing buildings, for example. The ones that I'm up against right now are Habsburg mining expedition. Habsburg has two different sides in this. And this one is about aggressively building up forces in particular lands and changing the ways that they act once they have forces built up. So I need to make sure that I handle that. Let's see. Yeah, they ravage instead of build in lands with 3 or more invaders. Okay. And my character, which is capable of stealing invaders into the coil dimension, is most capable of doing so when there is only one invader in the land. So, for context, there are 8 lands on this island. It's 8 per player. And things happen individually in each one of them. Things are located individually in each one of them, and I will have to decide what I want to do about it. So for this game, since I don't have video, I will not describe everything in detail. And besides, my voice might be making you a bit sleepy. So you can just enjoy me muttering to myself about the decisions that I'm making. I could add that there. So I'll keep them out of the jungle. And then let's see what I can do once I learn what powers I will be gaining. Oh, they're exploring into the jungles. Slow power phase. Target spirit gains a minor power card. Remove blight. That does seem handy, but doesn't work on everything. It also requires a sacred site, so I think I would rather take this card in case I cannot defend that land over there. Then, oh no, but I want to. I suppose it's reasonable enough. Okay. 1 fear, 2 strife over here. I've done it. I've snatched all the invaders away into my coils, and the rest are running away from my little island. It's getting a little hot in my room. I forgot to mention that's another. It's been a bit of an obstacle to making recordings because I don't want a fan running in the background. But here, I'll let you hear what it's like if I have that on. Just so you can tell me maybe it doesn't bother you. But we'll wrap things up here. And just let me know how this sounds. Here we go. Does this mess with your ability to relax to my voice? I'd love to hear what you make of it. I'll see you around, critter.